Hello to all my beautiful purple roses. This is Jessica with the Purple Rose Movement. I am here on this lovely Saturday for me, and I pray that your day is going well. I pray that you are blessed. I pray that God is speaking to you and you are allowing enough time to allow God to speak with you. I wanted to come on here and encourage you. And what I'm encouraging you about is um, more so understanding that there are requirements for us as children of God. And there are things that we need to press into to be in His presence so He can move us to the next season, the next assignment, whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to read from Joshua chapter 3, and I will read, let's see. I'm sorry, I lost my. Okay. So I'm going to read verse 4, 5, and 6. And this is in regards to the children of Israel passing over to Jordan to go to their promised land. And it reads, "Yet there shall be a space between you and it meaning the ark of, it is the ark of the covenant of the Lord." So let me start all over. "Yet it shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubic measures. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go. For ye have not passed this way there hereto of." So what is being done is that there is a ark. It is a holy um, covenant of the Lord that will lead them through the over the Jordan River. And verse 5 reads, "And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people." I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not a big King James version, but I'm trying to get into it more. And I'm actually going to continue to read. Or actually, no, that's it. So that's the end of chapter or verse 6. And I'm going to read verse 6 again. "And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and they went before the people." So, what I typically wanted to focus on was chapter 5. And it says, "And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you." And there is something very special and necessary, we all know, about sanctifying ourselves, being pure, making ourselves free of sin and holy, and getting into a holy place, getting into the place where you are in tune with God, what God is calling you to do, His instructions in His presence. And even if you don't hear instructions from Him, just being in His presence, just removing and cleansing yourself of the sin, bringing it to the forefront and talking to God about that, especially if you're waiting and praying and believing for something. And I don't want to make this about what we believe in to gain, but I do want to talk about this because even if you don't get anything that you particularly wanted, it's important to understand that it is necessary for God to, for you to be in a place of holiness so that God can use you properly and take you to the next season. And for the children of Israel, the next season was the promised land. And I believe, well, I'm just going to stop right there. But for them, it was the promised land. They were going over the Jordan River. It was a place that Moses saw, but he never actually lived to go to. So Joshua was taking them and leading them according to what God was telling him, the words and the instructions of the Lord. So my encouragement today, um, take time to read Joshua. I would say chapter 1 through 6 is good because you can see where they marched around the walls of Jericho, and that's very powerful. If you apply that to your own life, we all have those walls that we are believing to um, bring down, and through faith and being obedient, that can definitely happen. But what I want to encourage everyone to do is to be in a holy sanctification mindset and continue to seek the Lord in that special private place, that secret place, that and have that time with Him. And it's not about what we can gain. We all have a promised land that we want to get to, but God's ways and His instructions are way beyond what we can imagine, way better than what we can even think of. Our eyes can't, and ears and our minds cannot fathom what He's doing in our lives. So I encourage you to take time and spend time with God and remember that your life is not your own. So if you spend time with Him and He's leading you in a direction that may be uncomfortable or seem odd, out of the ordinary, then understand that crossing the Jordan was not an ordinary thing. And it took God to do things that were signs of wonders, and do things that the children of Israel never seen before. And they probably, at this point, they knew what the instructions were and they were obedient. But if you were not in that situation for a while and it was out of the ordinary, sometimes it's hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to take that leap of faith. Sometimes it's hard to be in a partnership or a business or a position that is way out of your comfort zone. Sometimes it's hard to be in a relationship that is completely different or has challenges that you wouldn't typically see yourself um, taking on. But if God is instructing you to do it and He's giving you clear signs, it's always best to be obedient because He has something for you there, whether it be for a season or for a lifetime. Another thing that I want to say, especially to my Purple Rose ladies, is as you wait on the instructions from God, um, being in that secret place, sanctifying yourself, cleansing yourself from the sin, and putting to death all the misdeeds of the body will allow you to really hear God clearly. But when you get to that point, you definitely have no room and tolerance for anything outside of the characteristics of Christ. And what I mean by that is you won't mind waiting on the man that will love you and see you the way that God sees you. And when He sees you, you'll be beautiful to Him. When He sees you, He won't feel like He's compromising. When He sees you, you will He'll see Jesus. He'll see God in you, because you have been able to sanctify yourself and get in that holy place and allow God to fill you up. And So that's all I really wanted to say. I wanted to encourage everybody to remain focused, seek God, and understand that that place that you're trying to get to may not look exactly how you want it to look, and it may be a little different, but follow his instructions. He's going to do just wonderful things, all kind of things for you. So continue to be blessed and grow and be the royal rose that you are. Bye.